Chris Baker with Baker DMM. This is our video digest newsletter. Topic of today's newsletter is going to be cost comparison, overdraft fees versus Baker DMM fees. And before I jump into our discussion, I want to read you some statistics. And they state that consumers coughed up more than $34 billion in overdraft fees last year, according to a MarketWatch report on data from financial research firm Moelis Services. That's the most the country has paid since 2009. And that article was written by Julia Chang, and the article was posted on learnvest.com. It was posted in 2018. And when I read that article, I thought it would be a great way to just illustrate and show what we do for our clients and do a cost comparison of our fees compared to a client's real overdraft fees and kind of tie it into this article, because $34 billion is a huge amount of money that people really are just giving away. I mean, you might as well just put it and throw it in the trash can, light it on fire. And so when I went back to one of our first clients was an elderly client that we worked with. We were introduced to him through a financial advisor with the Merit Prize. And we connected with this gentleman, and he was just struggling with day-to-day, daily money management, paying the bills, checking his financial accounts, monitoring his accounts, and just understanding what was coming in and out of his accounts. These are early 80s and didn't have any major cognitive or physical impairments, but was just a little bit forgetful. And that happens to people as they age, and particularly when you throw in the fact that people aren't super comfortable with all the new technology. I mean, you're just leading, it definitely could be trouble for someone that's not actively engaging and managing their day-to-day finances. So I went back and got our notes from this client file. And the long story short, we originally did a 7-month look back and looked at all the fees that were being charged to this person. And really it was because the timing of their income and the timing of their expenses wasn't matched up to where their account was always funded. So therefore, they'd have bills come up, but then they would get charged overdraft fees because they didn't have, their account wasn't funded at the time it was paid. And we look back 7 months, but to simplify it, if you annualized, in this particular case, all the fees this person was charged in those 7 months, and then you annualized our fees at Baker DMM, it came to roughly $2,300 for all the overdraft fees and banking fees. So, I mean, that's essentially just wasting money, giving money away, throwing it away. And when you added up Baker DMM fees for the entire year, it came to just about $2,600. So for someone to hire us, to utilize our services, it costs right about $300 more per year, rather than just giving the money away to the bank and essentially just throwing the money away. And in hiring our company, not only were they at that point not wasting money on overdraft fees, banking fees unnecessarily, they were getting much more. They were getting someone that was monitoring their financial accounts. They're getting someone that's helping make sure their bills are paid on time. They're getting someone that can help give financial advice. They're getting someone that can help review their financial mail. They're getting someone that's going to help them deal with their different vendors and the different service providers that serve this client, that serve this individual. So they're paying for a service that, in the end of the day, particularly for this client, it was almost net. I mean, they're paying a little bit more, but the value they're getting, I mean, it's not even a comparison. I mean, the value was astronomically more valuable than just donating money to the bank and throwing the money away. And so it's pretty powerful when someone has an extra set of eyes and ears, when they're able to get assistance and get help, and they can obtain this help. In a lot of times, the people that need a service like ours, need a daily money management firm, a financial services firm that can help them with these day-to-day activities. If you find the right place with the right people, I mean, cost-wise, I mean, you're going to it might cost a little bit more, if not the same, maybe even sometimes less than the money that you're just potentially wasting and throwing away. So hopefully this helps illustrate, the cost and the pricing of our services, and comparing it to a pretty serious issue with overdraft fees and banking charges. As I mentioned earlier, that's a $34 billion a year industry. And if you do know of someone, whether it's you or family or friend, and they have a cognitive or physical impairment, and they could benefit from a financial service like a daily money management firm like a Baker DMM, just keep that in mind and know that there are services out there that can help these people. And it's not going to cost them an arm and a leg and a huge amount of money. There are affordable services out there that help that middle class affluent market. And if you have questions, reach out to us and be happy to if we could serve you, that's great. And if not, we'll find someone in your community that can. So if you found this information interesting or helpful, please feel free to share it on your social media channels. This could be with your family or friends, whoever you think might benefit from viewing the information. If you'd ever like me to answer one of your questions in one of our upcoming newsletters, go to our website, www.bakerdmm.com. Scroll to the bottom, fill out your information, write a few sentences, and I'll try to answer that in one of our upcoming newsletters. If you ever like to get my help personally directly, the quickest and easiest way is to go to our website. At the top, you'll find a phone number as well as a request an appointment button. And if you scroll to the bottom and you'd like to book a direct phone consulting session, click on the PayPal button and enter your information. And with all these options, I'll be in touch with you in 24 to 48 hours to confirm and schedule our appointment. And until then, I will talk to you all soon.